Ba-ba-da. This episode is with Selxena. Selxena is a friend I met off of Instagram and YouTube. Originally, I found her through like a Sneeko video. If you don't know who Sneeko is, he's a YouTuber. Check him out. She made a video inspired by him, so through that, I found her other videos she was making, and she makes voiceover kind of philosophical videos, and also started a podcast recently. So go check her out. We had a pretty casual conversation. I tried to cut it down to a shorter version of the conversation, took out some of the more personal details and things that I just don't want people to see. Yeah, so my last episode I did of the podcast, I did it with Andrew Hales. Andrew is a pretty famous YouTuber and also now a good friend of mine. And I was so unhappy with that video. I still gotta watch it all. I know some other people might have watched it, whatever. But I was really nervous with that video, for sure. I'm working on my conversation skills, trying to just be a little more professional, I guess. So I'm trying to work on that. Because my next guest I'm interviewing him this weekend is Chris Ballou. Now, Chris Ballou is a very talented musician. He's one of my all-time favorites, for sure. So much good music he has, and he has agreed to do the podcast, so I'm very happy for that. I got some questions lined up. We're talking about his art he's been making and more recent music he's been making as well. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, enjoy this episode with Selxena. Check her out on Instagram and YouTube. I link everything below in the description.
There we go. Hey.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. I was just listening to your last podcast episode, the episode 3. You like Subway?
I really do, like genuinely.
Really? That's cool.
Yeah, do you?
Yeah. I went there like last week.
Mhm.
I just walked there. It's like right next to my house, and I haven't been there forever. So,
That's cool.
but
Yeah.
I was when you said that, like I was like thinking about when I used to go, like when I was a kid, and like how much different it was than like it is now. Like I feel like it was like a lot better back then, to be honest.
Yeah, probably like cheaper
It was
and
yeah when they had the $5 foot long. Now it's like $8 foot long.
right. Also, I saw that you interviewed Andrew and I was like,
I'm so unhappy with that video. As
why?
much as I love him and like talking, I was so like nervous. I drank like 3 cups of cold brew before that. And I even wrote a note right here on my computer. It says stop saying like, because I said like a lot and I had a lot of filler words like so I was so pissed off at myself with that episode, but I was so happy to talk to him. I like text him like all the time now. It is like
Really?
crazy. Yeah. Like I was like, what? Like he gave me his actual phone number.
Wow, because like I
He's a
grew up
homie.
watching him. Yeah.
Have you tried getting like anyone on your podcast yet?
No, not yet. Because I mean, if you were on my page, you notice there's only 3 episodes.
Yeah.
No visuals, so it's
That's
something.
cool though. Like I like the audio only. That's what I started out doing, was just like with my iPhone, and I'd
Right.
post them on like Spotify. Like they're still up there. They're so like bad, and like I'm like debated taking them down. But I'm like whatever. Like they're up
That's
there.
okay.
Like who cares?
You gotta start somewhere, and somewhere.
Yeah,
But yeah, like right now, I'm just like solo, but it's definitely something I'm interested in doing. I just don't know how to set it up. Like, I don't know if I want to do more of like a Zoom call feel or like create my own studio space and like invite locals to like talk to.
yeah.
So I'm
That'd be
not
super cool. The local thing, because
yeah,
that's originally what I was gonna do too. Like in my room, like make like a podcast table with like a bunch, like maybe 3 microphones, maybe 4,
right.
and then um like so recently that I couldn't do that. Like that wasn't the case in here because I had like my older brother living here. So now I
Okay.
have my own room, and at that time I was going out driving to like parks or just like random spots around town, and I would interview like friends or someone I met. And then I had to do the Zoom now because most people I contact like don't live where I live.
I don't know. That's that's yeah, that's tough because I don't I know it's gonna be, like, less money, like, setting up a studio space in your own house, but
Yeah.
I know, like, there are, like, buildings that offer podcasts, like
Even like colleges or schools, like local schools, you can like rent, or some of them are free to like
yeah,
for a studio space.
I would like that, like, I wanna look more into it. Right now, I've seen, like, annual fees, and I don't know if I'm interested in like, I'm on a budget, so I will definitely shop around, but yeah, I would like to, invite more people
Yeah.
or somebody on my podcast. But then again, like I notice some podcast styles are like interview type things, and I don't know if I want to do that. You know what I mean? Like,
No, I totally know what you mean.
yeah,
There are different types of podcasts. Like there's like super high production ones that like I'm not a huge fan of. Like I like more stripped down, simple, like just real talk with people.
exactly. Because like I want to talk about myself too, not to be like, um, you know, I don't mean to sound weird like that, but like when you have chemistry with somebody,
Yeah.
like the conversation keeps flowing, and
Yeah.
I I know like with interview styles, it's like I can't. I mean, I could put like you know, my opinions here and there, but I want like chemistry. I want it to flow type of thing. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do it with like a my sister.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think she followed me on Instagram.
Really?
Yoko?
Yeah.
Yeah, she followed me like a few days ago, and I was like, and then I
Dang.
showed that you follow her, and I was like, this they must like be friends or something.
Yeah. No, that's my sister. That's funny. Cause like I think I mentioned that like you had hit me up, but yeah, that's my sister, and we create content together, and I think that we make something cool. I don't know. We say a lot of out of pocket stuff. So I mean it's that sisterly bond, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you guys tried doing like a podcast together?
Have we tried?
Yeah.
We haven't
Or
tried, but I think this would be us trying if I were to, you know, set something up with her.
Mhm.
Because she actually recently got hired at this media place at her hometown, and I I think she is able to get like free access of the place, but me not so much because I'm a family member. But maybe we'll do something with that, with like the podcast room or whatever. But yeah, that's something I would like to do.
yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing do you watch like some podcasts then? Or listen to any? Or what do you watch? TV, movies,
Yeah.
interviews, Sneeko?
I do like Nico. I do like Emma Chamberlain. She
I don't know who that is.
So Emma Chamberlain, I don't know how to explain her, but I I guess she started out, doing vlogs, and I don't know if she did makeup, but
So she's a
worked
YouTuber?
she's a YouTuber, and she worked her way up to become like a model working for Vogue and Louis Vuitton, and I don't know. She also does podcasts as well, which is why I wanted to start because
Mhm.
she doesn't have any visuals, and I don't know, I like just sitting down and listening to her, like the way she talks, it's like very relatable, and it's I don't know how to explain it. Like it's not like I don't know how to explain it. Like it's very real. Like it's not like she's bragging, it's like she talks about the struggles of like being on social media, being an influencer,
Mhm.
and how that's normal, and I like being told that, like, I'm not the only one, like, "Oh, if she's feeling this way, maybe I shouldn't be too hard on myself." Like, she talks a lot about burnout and all that, and I like that, and
So
that's
she's like a real like talker. Just talks
real
like real talk.
yeah, and have you ever met people where you can't relate to them? It's like
Yeah.
it's kinda like Sneeko, I like his personality 'cause he
He's
was him.
entertaining,
Yeah,
but
like
I'm like nothing like Sneeko. But that's also like his internet personality. We don't know how he actually is behind the
right,
camera. He's probably a
exactly.
freak. Honestly,
I mean,
though.
you could say that for everybody, we don't really
That's
know.
true. That's super true.
I I don't know, I like being able to relate to that person, and I saw some similarities in myself where I like genuine people, and you could pick out the non-genuine people in a crowd,
Mhm.
where people are, like, hoping for your downfall or, like, they just, like, I don't know. They wanna see other people lose for them to feel better, or I don't know, I like her
Yeah.
you know?
I don't like when it hasn't happened recently, but people that I was either friends with or close with would pretend to support what I'm like creating, like podcast wise, media wise, whatever I was doing, and like act like they like actually like it, but they didn't really support me and didn't really care. I'd rather just them be honest and not like it or not really care about it than fake about that.
No, I get
And
it.
so now I'm just pretty like kept to myself. I don't even talk about like me podcasting and all with like friends. They know I do it, but it's not like I need to bring it up or anything. It's just what I do in my own time pretty much, if that makes sense.
No, that makes sense because sometimes I feel that way too, like, that's why, like, being in college, right, I couldn't really, like, relate I felt like I couldn't relate to anybody because I knew they wanted, like, that 9 to 5 job, and, like, I wanted to be a creative person. It would be hard to talk to them
Mhm.
about what my passions are, and then it just shows, like, how important it is to surround yourself with the people that, have similar interests in you, or not they don't even have to be similar. It's just like if they're creative, they understand your struggle, and I notice, like, people I grew up with, like, we're all going to, like, different paths, and
Yeah.
it's, like, hard to talk about your accomplishments sometimes. Like, I have to water down my goals and accomplishments to not sound annoying, but, like, to people you're networking with, they wanna hear that, like,
What have you watered down before?
watered down, more like sometimes I feel like even with my family, like, I'm not talking shade to my friends at all, but with family even, like, I would my family, they're not creative people really, other than my sister. So, like, talking about my accomplishments, I feel annoying, like, I feel like I'm bragging, which
That's yeah. No, I totally relate to that too.
and it's like I'm not bragging, it's like, this is something cool that's happening in my life, like, I don't know who else would I tell, like, I would want my family to be like, "Oh, yeah, that's cool," or like, "I wanna let's go." I don't know. It's hard to explain, but do you know what I mean?
No, it's not hard. Get I It's the same thing with my family. I don't tell them anything. I think they've heard me maybe talk once about having a podcast, mostly my mom. And
Mhm,
she's asked me like, "Oh, you have a podcast? You post YouTube videos?" I was like, "Yeah." It's like, "Don't you don't have to worry about it because I know you'll never watch it, and like,
mhm.
it really doesn't matter to like my family." But I have a few cousins that watch my videos, but I don't know. Yeah, it comes off as bragging, but it's something like I'm trying to do and I'm proud of, and I
Right.
hope to still be proud of it in the future and just get better and better at it. And I'm not
Yeah.
trying to like prove myself either. It's mostly just doing it for myself because I enjoy it.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Because I like doing podcasts for myself, because I like listening back to my voice and being like, "Oh, I really said that," or like, imagine like years later you listen back and you're like, "Oh wow, I was really going through it at that time." I don't know. It's like a way to document your life, I
Oh yeah,
guess.
totally. It's totally a way to document.
Yeah, it's like it's very therapeutic.
Yeah.
Very-
I don't know. Most people I know don't like podcasts or don't watch them at all.
Mhm.
And I'm like obsessed with podcasts. I don't know what happened in like the last few years, but I never watched a lot of TV shows or movies. And I just like personalities of people and listening to like them talk. And it's just so entertaining and interesting to me.
Mhm.
So that's why I kind of started this, just to talk to people. Even if I mean, like the followers don't mean a lot. I kind of, but not really. Like if I never blow up or get a bunch of followers, and I'm still like proud of what I've done and the people I've talked to, all for sure.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, but that's something to, you know, being monetized would be cool so that we wouldn't have to be in the food industry anymore. Like
that's true.
it'd be a goal for sure, but I know what you mean. It's like it wouldn't be the end of the world, but it would be a nice reward.
It's weird how people look up to. I think about this a lot. How people look up to people that they see on the screen all the time. Say it's like a movie star or someone you watch on YouTube. It's bizarre. Um, like I was just at this punk show like 2 nights ago, and I knew who. So there's this band. It was like kind of near LA.
Mhm.
But it was the band was comedians from LA, and like they were like super down to earth guys. And there was this guy in the crowd that the singer kept shouting out like, "This guy's my role model and everything." And some people were coming up to him like, "I love your podcast. I love like the band you're in." And I never knew who this was. It's just like a normal dude. And then I started listening to his podcast yesterday, and it was so good. Um, I don't know where I was going with that, to be honest.
Oh,
But
he has a
it was like weird because like I don't know who he was, so he's just a normal guy. Like everyone's just a normal person, basically. But some
Mhm.
people that get a lot of fame play like this role or personality, like who they are in the videos, and not truly themselves. Sometimes
No,
I
I
feel
get
like
what you mean. Yeah.
I don't know. It's just interesting. I think about
Like
that shit a lot.
everything is fake, basically. I'm just
Yeah,
um like I know what you mean. Like I like watching someone and meeting them and having them be like the same exact person, Like
I don't feel like I get too starstruck or have before. Maybe because I haven't met someone that I really look up to. Because
Mhm.
I just see everyone just as people. Like maybe this guy has 3 million followers, but he's just a normal dude if you like talk to him.
Yeah, real.
Most or not everyone, but some of them.
Yeah, I would strive to be someone like that, like hoping the followers don't get to my head and I'm sure there are creators out there that do let it get to their head and then,
Yeah,
their
for
fans,
sure. Yeah.
see them in their downfall. But yeah, I bet it's hard because it's like a power thing and sometimes they don't realize it's happening until it's too late type of thing. But us being aware of it, that's a good sign that
Being aware is a super important thing for sure.
we'll make sure it won't happen to us when the day comes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you
That's
been making any more videos recently for YouTube or like a
mm,
new podcast episode coming out?
um I I've been slacking because I've been working a lot and like the motivation hasn't been there to just sit down and record.
Mhm.
But like I know that I should be doing it, but I'm not gonna be too hard on myself. Like it doesn't take long either to record something since I'm just using the mic on my phone and I'm like,
Mhm.
hey guys, So I don't know, I could edit it in like 1 or 2 days. So I'm not too like hard on myself, but I definitely have ideas for future podcasts. videos. It's just getting the motivation to just do it.
Yeah, I relate to that too, because I not that I work a lot, but I work a decent amount every week. And
Mhm,
after I get off, like I start early in the morning and get off like around this time. I'm like, damn, like I'll just do my like podcast tomorrow, or I'll take notes like tomorrow after I get off again.
mhm,
And now I've been very good at being productive in like doing the actual work, and I won't sleep until I do like the things on my little checklist. Um, because I don't know, I always wait to the last minute or procrastinate for a lot of things. I'm really trying hard to not do that because of how easy it is. And I don't want to fall into the thing where I put like I 3 months go by and then I'm like, oh, I'll just make another video. Like I want to do it. I was like once a week, but that was pretty hard since I'm starting out. And
mhm.
I don't know. I don't want to just interview anyone. I want to talk to people that I like to watch or listen to,
Yeah,
and just kind of get into their minds. And it's cool when like that happens. It just motivates me more to start DMing more people, networking with them, to get them on. So
yeah. No, that makes sense. I I wanna be more consistent. I slip up. But at the same time, like, I don't wanna be hard on myself, but I need to push myself, if I wanna see progress and getting monetized on YouTube. It takes, like, a certain amount of views and, like
dude, I was trying to do a YouTube live the other day. And didn't realize that they changed it. I think it's 10,000 followers. It's either 1,000 or 10,000 followers is YouTube live now. And
Are
you
you
used to
serious?
be able to do it. Yeah, you used to be able to do it with like one follower. And now you
That's
have to like there's all these like goals you have to get to now to do certain features on YouTube for creators.
that's so
I mean, I
annoying.
can do Instagram live, but I'm kind of scared to do that to be honest.
Do it, cause you have a following there, and, like, I don't know, I think I haven't been on Instagram Live in a very long time, cause I, like I'm a I just ramble a lot, and I can't edit that down,
But
but
what if it's entertaining? What if people like to see you ramble or rant about shit? Like
that is
it's
true.
people do that. It's funny.
I know, but when I'm alone, I guess, like, doing podcasts and, like, talking to myself, it's helped me, like, form words better, and, like, I used to stutter a lot or not, like, be able to think as clear as I do now, if that makes sense. So, me being in my room alone talking in a mic would maybe being on Instagram Live would be better than it was a couple years ago where I would, stutter a lot, and I don't know. I feel like that would be a good thing because I notice if I hop on someone's Instagram Live and they tell me to like, oh yeah, check out my song or check out my video, it's like one on one. If they like call me up, be like, Selena, watch my video, I'll be like, oh, I guess I have to watch the video.
Yeah.
It's like personal. So maybe, yeah, like that would benefit us, like, YouTube wise, get people to tap in type of thing.
I think I
Uh,
give too much of a fuck about other friends or people that I know are watching, which
mhm.
I shouldn't do. It's like I'm doing it for myself. I could care less what they're thinking of me. Like, oh, this is fucking weird. But if it's what I want to do, then like I should just do it.
Just do it because there are people out there in the world that are doing exactly what you wanna do, and it's like we're here to help each other. It's definitely small town mentality, and I have the same issue where I'm afraid, like, I fear I don't fear judgment, but I just need to, like, be more accepting of it, because sometimes it gets to my head, but I just, like I know people are nosy, and they don't
Yeah.
care about my success, they're like, "Oh," I don't know, maybe it's in my head or maybe it's real, but I know people.
It's weird seeing like, do you go onto your story? I guess your story on Instagram is pretty much what you can really see. Because someone could
Mhm,
stalk your full page and not like anything, then you'll never see what they look at. But if
yeah.
they could like click your story, you can obviously like scroll up and see. And I saw like, have you seen anyone stalk your page that don't follow you, but you know them?
Yes, a
Yeah, 'cause
lot.
Yeah,
I'm
isn't that weird? I have people that I used to talk to or like people I used to date and they'll just stalk my story, like expecting that I won't see it, or maybe they just don't care that I see it. Because what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna DM them or anything. Like, what are you doing? Just like they have
oh,
the freedom to do that.
it is weird because like I don't know if it's just Instagram just being like shady. Like I feel like Instagram knows who dated who, and they're just like
Dude, 100%.
they like
100%.
they're putting us all in danger.
Yeah. It's like
And
that's real stuff. It's totally true.
it's easy because like I'd be like, I know you don't follow me because like I don't know, I don't see you. I don't know. I don't see them on my page, and like I know I don't know when you click on it doesn't say follow back, and it's like well, it, I don't know. Did my post just pop up or the stories though don't really stories don't pop up, but posts do. You know, on your explore page, I get that, but yeah, I get paranoid, and it's like why is this life now? Because this used to not be a thing. Instagram was not a thing back when I don't know, back then, you know what I mean? Like we have this stress, this unnecessary stress, and we just gotta get over that, I guess.
Yeah,
I
for
don't know.
sure.
The way I think of it is like, don't let like the small town people get to you because that could be views, you know? Like, I clickbait them, be
Yeah,
like,
maybe because
"Oh,
like these 10 people over here that live your neighbors or friend like old friends don't like what you're making, someone
mhm,
else in like another state or even the same state will like it. Like there's content out there for everyone and like different people like different stuff.
yeah,
And maybe my family would be like, "Oh, you, like these videos suck or it's not what I like," but I'm like, "Oh, maybe other kid will like it. Who knows?"
exactly."
I'm waiting
See,
for that day, man. I can't wait till some stranger becomes a fan of mine and starts watching videos. Like even if it's just one person, I'm just like interested to see when that happens. Unless it's happened already, I don't know. But
yeah,
it's yeah, it's crazy. Like building an actual following.
yeah, it is crazy. It's yeah, back to what you were saying, like I forgot what I was gonna say. What was I gonna say? Like, oh yeah, like there's always like something for someone out there. I'm finding that like people like I'm finding more support from strangers and like people you don't really know. Like they
Mhm.
support you more than people that actually know you. And I don't know the psychology behind that. I don't know. It's like maybe because you guys don't really know each other on that level, and it's like you
Yeah,
don't see
that could be it. That
them,
part of it for sure.
but yeah, it's just work with the nosy people, just be like, today's video, I'm talking about my exes or something, and then people are gonna tap in thinking, and then you clickbaited them, haha, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, like, we're not those type of people, but I mean, are we? I don't know. We just met. But I wouldn't do that. Or maybe I would.
I don't think I would tell my exes just because
No, I
there's
would just
nothing bad. I don't find it interesting personally.
no,
Like
right. Same. Because I like to keep things private as well. So I would just say it in the title and let let people comment because I feel like people think my content is cringy, right? But I know somewhere in the world people are gonna be like, "Oh, this is so deep."
I mean,
Yeah,
that's how I kind of felt. Like I like it. That's what
yeah,
I
there's
wrote. My first note I wrote right here. It says, like, you seem like a very sweet and kind girl, and like you have a comfortable video style. So I'm sure when people are watching, they feel like kind of cozy or comfortable and can relate or they like what you're saying, like on the voiceovers, kind of like philosophical type videos.
mhm.
Like
That's
that's totally like the stuff I watch, like
mhm.
late night, like before bed. Just maybe like get a little high and just watch a video. For
That's
sure.
exactly the type of audience I'm reaching out to. So that's
Yeah.
really nice to hear.
Yeah.
That's exactly why I sometimes don't feel good about promoting my YouTube onto, like, Instagram where I model, you know? It's like people
Is that the
are
only, like, Instagram you have is the one Selena page?
yeah, so I don't
Selena
know.
and Silver.
I'm starting to, like, promote my YouTube more on my Instagram because that's where all the engagement happens, but
Yeah.
I don't know, I just know it's not everyone's cup of tea, or if they know me personally, they'll
I
be
mean,
like,
if they don't wanna watch it, they don't like it, they just don't have to watch it,
"That is true, just
basically.
that way." Yeah,
If they get pissed off or don't like it, well, like, what's that gonna I guess that won't affect you at all. You just
that
ignore
is
them.
true. It's like, why? Why are you spending so much time? Because like, my videos are very vague, and I need to work on that, like, I wanna get more comfortable saying specifics, because that's where all the juiciness happens, you know? It's, like,
Yeah.
more entertaining that way, but it's very vague so far, so I don't see how people would take offense to it. I don't know.
I don't I don't see how people could take offense to your videos at all. There
Yeah,
I don't yeah,
it's
I
super
can't
annoying.
see that. How did,
Yeah.
this is, like, a random question, but, like, how did, like, the last people that interviewed you get a hold of you? Just through Instagram, like,
The
networking?
last people. So those guys, so I am Lord. I don't know his real name, but he had been following me for a very long time, and knew him through my sister and her boyfriend. So my sister,
So,
I
like, the thing you
mean,
were talking about earlier, the 6 feet or the
six
6 thing?
I guess. I mean, he's always been very interactive of our like comedy videos or just our funny posts.
Mhm.
And my sister's boyfriend does music, so he's always supported him as well. So he like found me because I guess my sister does post a lot of me, and we make like videos together. Like she edits my photos and like
Yeah, she
video.
seems, like, super talented.
Yeah, he has a lot of like things up her sleeve, and that's that's how he found me, and I had been talking to him for a while because he lives in New York, and we share similarities with, like, fashion, and he also has a podcast too, so when he found out that I was starting out, he's, like, giving me advice videos, and turns out he has his own podcast with his co-host. I believe I don't know if some of them are in New York, but I know they live in California as well. They do a Zoom like podcast as well, and
Mhm.
they invited me on to talk about fashion, and it was such a cool opportunity because I've never done a podcast before, and I also took that opportunity to like get to know like their style and like you know I'm I like to hear it from other people, and
I f
I want to feel inspired.
yeah. I didn't watch the full thing.
Mhm.
Um,
It was very long, yeah.
yeah, but I felt like you were so quiet on
I
it.
was. You know
Or, like
why? I wanna
huh,
talk about that, yeah.
let's talk about it.
I'm talkative now because I talk more with, like, one-on-one. I'm that type of
I no, I'm the same way. If I'm in a group setting, I do not talk to anyone.
exactly, and I was even looking back, like, at that video, I hate how quiet I was, but it's because I hadn't met the other boys prior, so that was the first time meeting all of them.
Mhm.
I only knew of the I Am Lord person, and we hadn't met prior to that. So I was just, feeling the room, but they're all very supportive people just in the moment. I was like scared because like what are we gonna talk about, And they're more like into fashion, I feel, than I am. So I was really like going through
It's
it.
scary, man. It's like before, I guess every podcast I've done on Zoom, even today, like I'm usually like chilling and stuff. I'm like, oh, I won't get anxious or be nervous. And then like right before I send the link, I'm like, fuck, I'm like actually gonna talk with them right now.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna I'm gonna be sitting there and like the little thing's gonna pop up and I'm gonna see their face. And then it
Mhm.
just starts. And I'm like, oh, this is so scary. But it's
Yeah,
cool when like everyone's like when like the people are chill and you feel like comfortable talking to them for sure.
yeah, I agree, like, right when you sent the link, I'm like, "Fuck." But I like that's why when I hop on Zoom calls, like, I keep the video off just to see the room and, you know,
Oh,
yeah.
for the other you like the other person?
I mean, for the other person, also, I'm thinking of college, like or, like, when I have meetings for
Oh.
other things, like, I get anxious, and that's a normal feeling, but yeah, I mean, it really depends on the person and how open they are, and I don't know. It I mean, last pod, they're all pretty cool. They had chemistry. It's hard on Zoom too if it's multiple people because it's hard to talk over
Yeah,
and
for
it's
sure.
very laggy, and I don't know. I wanted to feel the room first, but it's cool. They're cool. I would definitely do it again. Yes.
Yeah, hopefully you're on more podcasts too, like the future. People hit you up, or even you invite people that you want to talk to. Like I would
Yeah,
be so excited one day. I see that you ask some person you're really interested in, or like you've been following, and you start talking to them on a podcast. That'd be super cool.
definitely. I I have ideas, but I just haven't been following through with it. I don't know. Like I'll definitely do something with my sister and again, one-on-one conversations flow a lot better. Like me knowing myself, I think
What about
it's
like a friend or something? Like you have a best
yeah,
friend
friends I would do.
or someone that works at the casino. Like interview a blackjack dealer or like something like that.
That no, I like to keep my like work life private. I don't know. I don't like people knowing too much, but yeah, I already like
You don't have to say that you work at the casino.
right. Yeah, I just no, that'd be funny content. Like that's the type of video my sister and I do. We have like mini mics and we like, hi guys. But it's like
But you guys post those videos?
what was that?
You post those videos with her
It's on my sister's page. So she posts
on
more of the
Instagram or on YouTube?
yeah, on the OK Yoko page. But
Okay.
also like we were posting on YouTube for a while, but it's basically like a repeat of what we already posted on Twitter or Instagram.
Mhm.
But she posts more of like the comedy side of her and I, but I post more of the serious model side. So that's also why I wanted to start promoting like my podcast because I wanted people to know like I have more there's more to me. Like I have a personality too. And you know, when you're scrolling on Instagram, you see models, you know, you don't really see their personality. And I don't
Mhm.
know. I don't want to be like categorized on that side. I don't want to be seen as like, you know, not stuck up or like, I don't know. I'm funny, you know. I
You're
want
a
people
real
to
person.
I'm real, yeah. Like I want to, you know, get personal with people, you know. And
Are you an
yeah,
introvert?
I'm like both, like introvert, extrovert.
Yeah, I
So,
feel that.
like, I need to recharge after a certain point, or like, again, with one on one, I'm better, but in a group setting, like, I'm gonna be more observant and like the talkative people will overpower me, and that's gonna make me feel little. But I notice with quiet people, I'm more talkative because I have the need to like fill in the gap. Whereas if somebody I was talking to was more talkative, I'm more quiet, if that makes sense. But
Yeah, that makes sense for sure.
oh, I like a balance. Like, I mean, I don't mind
I don't mind listening,
it.
but I also don't mind talking if I feel comfortable or I guess
Yeah.
intrigued to talk to them.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't mind it, yeah. But I just noticed like
I have an easier time talking to strangers than I do with people I know. I
You
can go
gotta
up to a stranger and start a full-on conversation and talk for so long, or, like, go to the store. It happens all the time, but for some reason, I'm so quiet around, like, even my best friends,
mhm.
and it's just weird. I don't know.
Yeah, it is weird. Like, no, I can relate to that. I notice I'm more like yeah, I'm more open to, like, a stranger, like, approaching me, asking questions, and then, like, I would fear judgment like any other situation type of thing.
Yeah,
It's weird. Our brains just does things.
it does
Yeah,
do that.
yeah.
Is, uh is Yoko, like, a pretty common name, or how did sh what was she named after?
Well, that's not her real name, but she
Oh,
goes
what? Why is she called Yoko then?
I think
Her name
'cause
Yoko.
her friend nicknamed her, like, after Yoko Ono
Oh,
or I don't
really? It was Yoko Ono?
or I don't know, it was a nickname for something. I'm not sure what. I feel like she talked about it before with me, and I'm just forgetting, but it was a nickname, and then it just stuck with her
That's
because she
cool.
also has a Yoko Films account, so that's her, like, main account for video and photo, but OK Yoko is
Okay, Yoko. That's
yeah,
cool, I like that.
whatever she wants now, so yeah, it's a cool name, it's very catchy, but yeah, she likes being called Yoko on the online because
Does she like the song "Oh, Yoko"? It's
I
a
think
John
so,
Lennon song.
yeah. I think that's always been, like, a inside joke with her.
Yeah.
You should interview her, or I'll put you guys on, I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll
I'm
fig
down. I'm down to talk.
yeah, it'd be funny, I don't know, not funny, but, like, I just, like I like
I feel
seeing
like
her
I don't know her at all, and I've
yeah.
seen maybe a few of her Instagram videos, but I feel like she's so goofy.
Yeah, she's goofier than I am. I mean, like, we're similar, but, like, her online presence shows more of her goofy side compared to me, but, yeah, whatever you see online, that's exactly how she is in person. Or, I mean, you know how people are, like, they're more mellow, like, in person, but, like, they have an online presence that's kinda over the top. That's kinda like her, but she's just like how she is online type of person, like we
Yeah.
talked about. Yeah, I could I could see what she's up to, but yeah, I just like I don't know, I feel like I'm following her steps type of thing,
Mhm.
but I don't know, we like helping each other out, like, creatively. Like, she definitely paved my path, but I want something for myself. I don't wanna live in my sister's shadows, like,
No,
no.
definitely not.
But it's cool that we're both, like, in this field of,
Yeah,
like,
you're
wanting
both creatives for sure.
yeah, and I think that's important, like, to have a family member, like our own blood, like, understanding and
Yeah,
I
because
don't know.
I don't have that. I have
Yeah.
I have 3 brothers, but I don't talk to any of them really a lot, and my friends are pretty creative too, but I don't know, I'm so weird. I'm like a total loner. I like doing all my shit alone,
No, I feel that.
like, so that's cool though that you guys have, like, their relationship and bond for sure. Do you
Mhm.
guys live together?
We do.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
I lived with my parents and then I moved out here with her and her boyfriend, like, for a couple years now.
Oh, wow,
But
you guys live all together?
yeah, the 3 of
Like,
us.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's even though we live together, like, we don't really make content as like, you would think we'd be like a hype house, like, we'd be making content, but no, not really, like, I just get annoyed when she's like, "Film it." I'm like, "No, leave me alone, like, I just wanna, like, chill." It's funny because like, people only see the aftermath, they don't see, like, how annoyed I get with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool thing to have, like, a cool bond because like I mean, back to what you were saying, like, I like doing things by myself too. Like it feels nice editing things yourself and like completing a task or like a whole project by yourself. But at a certain point,
It's good to get other people's feedback
like
for
that
sure.
feedback and like working with other people, you create like even better content than what you already do. Like,
I
'cause
know that's like I have a hard time doing that, to be honest.
mhm,
I'll work with other people, but I'll admit I'm like a control freak, and I want to do things my way pretty much.
yeah,
And
that's
I need to like work on that for sure and let
yeah.
other people do their things because I don't know, it's a bad, but
No, it makes sense. How old are you?
24.
24? That's cool. 20.
You're 22.
Yeah, my birthday's next week.
What April or
4th.
wait, the
April 4th.
4th?
Yes. So I'm about to be 23, so yeah, we're
April.
young. We got time.
Yeah, I just turned 24 in February.
You're an Aquarius.
Nah, I'm Pisces.
Yeah. Okay.
Late February.
Okay. That's
I don't know.
cool.
What are you?
An Aries.
So you're fiery. You got a lot of energy.
I guess so. I mean, I don't really pay attention to it, but I think it's funny. Like I like to pretend that I care, so I'm like, ew.
I'm not. To be honest, I used to be super into it a few years ago. I was like way too into it, where it was so bad that the girls I was dating had to be like a signs I was compatible with, and then it turns out I didn't like the girls like those. I was trying too hard. Now
Yeah.
I'm just no. I do. I read it sometimes, but I it's there. You know.
Yeah, no, like I'm starting to get more into it. Like the more I
Oh
watch
no.
into it, like I'm not really into it, but like I think it's funny pretending that I am because you know how when you meet someone that actually is into it, and it's like I don't know, I like fake talking shit about like other signs when in reality it just depends on the person. Like they could be like the complete opposite of what people think of them, and it's like yeah,
No,
it's
yeah.
I think there's some truth in horoscopes, but
No,
it's
there is for sure.
yeah,
But
I'm not gonna let it influence my life type of thing.
yeah, my friends always, if we always go or ever go out and someone brings up astrology, they're like, oh, you gotta talk to this guy. He's an expert on it. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I don't want to talk to people about horoscopes and shit like that.
Yeah, no, I feel that. That's funny.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's kind of all I had to talk about. I feel like that went pretty smooth, I
Yeah,
guess.
that's smooth. It's it hit an hour, and I feel like we talked a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to rewatch it in like a day or two and then chop it up and see if I use it.
Yeah. So you recorded right when I came in, right?
Yeah, I started it maybe a minute before you joined.
That's cool. And I looked at your Andrew video. Do you edit it or do you just do raw like
Um, it's usually like a raw cut. If there usually there's a lot or not usually, but there can be times where I'm going through my notes and he needs to go use the restroom or something, so I'll cut it so that's not in it. But
right?
now I'm trying to figure out like a new format where maybe I don't use the full hour as a video. I chop it into like a 25-minute video and just use the best parts of it.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm gonna do that for this for sure. Because I'm sure like there's things that we talked about that are like personal that I'm not gonna show. I want to
Mhm.
respect the guest and maybe not. I said something I didn't like, so I'll just take it out.
Yeah, that's
Um,
really fine.
and I thought about doing if it's that short of a video, like 20 minutes or whatever it is. Also adding like like stock footage or something that related to it or some
Mm,
like funny video I pulled off YouTube or something like that. Just try new things, not just the video the whole time.
yeah, that's cool. I'm excited to
So
see how it turned out. I feel like we talked about some good stuff.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll have to keep in contact. I'll send you the video when it's all done.
All right, sounds good. It was nice meeting you.
You too. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
See ya.